Why your girlfriend left you? Why your wife left you? Why your fiance left you? It's a deep one still. But 99.9% of the time, the number one reason why men lose their women is because of weakness. You start showing weakness and your girl will start to lose attraction for you. So it was Friday yesterday, Saturday today. I was at work and I think it was last job of the day. Second last job of the day. I went to this flat block, knocked on the guy's door. As soon as he bust the door open, you know that strong, musty, pungent smell of damp. You must have been to someone's house before. Obviously, I go to more people's houses than any of you lot watching this because of my job. I work in people's houses, so. But you must have been to someone's house in your lifetime where their house stinks of damp. It was bad. As soon as he opened up the door, I said to my friend, you got a damp problem. Have you contacted the council about that? It was that bad. I didn't even go in there and wait for a few minutes to... No, I had to tell him right then and there at the door. Anyway, we're chatting in the hallway now and I'm testing the fuse box, the electric box, where the power is for the lights and that. Somehow we go into the conversation, I can't remember, but I remember this guy was a Marine. And next thing I know, he was telling me, yeah, my wife, she disappeared on me for a month and I found out she was with some cunt. He basically, they met on Facebook and she ran away with him and that. And instantly, as soon as he said his wife disappeared on him for a month, I knew there was another man. I knew he showed some sort of weakness and she found a better man, in her opinion. Women don't leave strong men. Only in rare circumstances women leave strong men. I.e., a woman really wants to progress this relationship. She wants to have children and that, and he don't want that. Or, you know, she's going to university and it's going to be far away, so the relationship's not going to work. There has to be some crazy mitigated circumstance as to why a woman will leave a strong man. But for the most part, women don't leave strong men. I'm telling you, if a woman is in love with a man enough, she will not go to that particular university, you know. You get me there from London. She ain't gonna go to Edinburgh. She'll find a uni that's closer. Women will give up everything. They will sacrifice everything for a man they love. For a man that they perceive to be a strong. It don't matter what you think or anyone else thinks or whatever. It's about how that woman views that man. You could see a couple, man and woman, you think that guy's why is she with him? He's a waste man. It don't matter. It's about what she thinks. I know it's about what women think. Because I've seen a lot of women like, why are these kind of, you know, or certain women, you know, they will reject certain men. And them guys are good guys, they're solid man. They, you know, they got a lot going for them, but the girl just don't see them like that. The number one reason why you left your girl is because you showed weakness. Me and my girl always stop talking for a couple of weeks and that. She always comes back to me. Because I'm running the show, I'm a strong man. Women are just attracted, they're drawn to it. The moment you start showing weakness is the moment you lose your girl. And I could tell that guy I was chatting to, I know he's not over his ex-wife and that. Because the fact that he even brought it up and he's talking about it and he's saying, yeah, you know, if I ever catch that guy, you know, it's a girl, it's a chick, I can't do nothing to her. But if I ever catch that guy, I'm going to rip his head off. And that's what he said. But he said he's going to fuck him up. One of the two. The fact that he even still has that passion, that anger, that rage for the situation, that means he's not over it. I know why I ain't got no fucking woman. That yard there, they stink of damp. No. The walls were black, but they were white, if you get what I'm trying to say. The kitchen was mad. It was filthy. My man's definitely at a low point in his life. But yeah, The moment you start showing weakness, listen, at the end of the day, yeah, we're animals. And for the most part, most animals, most females, especially the mammals and that, they want a strong, dominant male around them. Even in the Lion Kingdom, I think one of my friends said, and obviously I believe it, I'm not going to lie about this. You know, we weren't talking about the dynamics in a relationship, we were just talking about animals. I'm sure one of my brethren told me that when the lion, he loses his dominance, where he starts showing weakness or whatever, he's not as dominant, the lionesses will fuck him up and kick him out of the pride. Same thing that happens to men. You start showing weakness, you stop being the man that she fell in love with, she will divorce you, she'll break up with you, she'll cheat on you, she'll kick you out of the house, she won't want to sleep with you no more. People think, oh, hypergamy. Blood, if you're a strong man, if you're the woman's best option, because trust me, women get hit up all the time. If your girl really wanted to leave you, she can leave you tomorrow. If she believes you're a good catch, yeah, there's always going to be a guy with a nicer car. You think, yeah, there are guys that don't approach my gal that have nicer cars or have more money and that. My girl stay with me. She don't even want to find out about these guys. People chat about, oh, this hypergamy. If you're the woman's best option, bruv, hypergamy can't touch you. Hypergamy can't touch you. But the reason why these women leave men for other men is because they have now found what you're lacking. But trust me, sooner or later, that guy will probably start losing his masculine energy, start acting weak and that, and bam, she will leave him as well. Yeah. So that's the main reason why women leave men. They lose their dominance, they lose their masculine frame, they start acting weak and that. All of this, oh, if you lose your money, you lose your girl. That's bullshit. Most men, their confidence comes from their money. So if they're not earning any money or they're broke, they have no confidence. If they become broke, they lose their job, they lose their confidence. That's why the woman leaves. It's not because they've lost their money, it's because they started showing weakness. Women want to be with a man that even in hard times, he still stays strong. Because ultimately, life is full of hills and valleys. If you expect your life to just be like this the whole way, you're living in a dream world. So gal want to know, if times are hard, in stressful situations, can she depend on you? If you start showing weakness, how can she depend? How can she have the confidence to depend on you in a bad, hard, difficult situation? This is like a primitive mindset, you know, like a subconscious kind of thing. It's hardwired into women to want a man around them that, boy, if shit goes bad, I don't know, if someone breaks in the house. Because think about it this way. If you start acting weak and that, you're showing weakness as a man, how can a woman feel comfortable and safe around you? How can a woman feel like, boy, if a man's going to break in the yard, how can she feel like he's going to go downstairs and deal with the situation and that? Ask yourself this question. If a man is acting super strong, you get me, not acting, but he's being super strong, you get me, he's being dominant and that, do you think a woman will feel more safe around a man who's dominant or a man who is showing weakness, always crying, allowing her to run the relationship? Who's she going to feel more safe around? She's going to feel more safe around a man that's dominant than a man that's in his emotional energy, feminine energy, whatever you want to call it. It's important to stay strong, man. Me, if I start acting weak and that, and you get me, my girl will be out of here. She'll be gone. think they said six. I think this was a poll study done in America, but it doesn't matter anyway. America is very similar to the UK. 67% of marriages end in divorce, and of those 67% of marriages that end in divorce, 80% of those are initiated by women. I know why they're initiated by women, because the men in those relationships, in those marriages, start acting weak. Ask yourself this question right now, yeah? Think about your previous relationships that you had with women. It might have been free, and I'm talking about serious relationships where they possibly could be going somewhere, not just dating. I'm not talking about that, because girls will leave you, you're just dating, there's no commitment or nothing like that. She's probably dating other guys on the side, but someone that you're in a relationship with. Now, you didn't have to be planning marriage or nothing like that, but, you know, they really was into you and that, and, you know, you get me? They saw something with you. It weren't just a casual fling here and there. Look back and review those relationships. And think about how it ended. Think about how you was acting at the end of the relationship. Did you, when your girl broke up with you, did you beg her back? Did you try to convince her, no, we need to be together? Did you give her a list and a lecture as to why her life will be better with you? Or did you go into crazy stalker mode, ring her 1,000,000 times a day, turn up at her yard, try to contact her mum? Chat to your daughter, man. Chat to your daughter, man. What did you say? Fuck it. Most men cannot say they said, fuck it, I'll move on to another girl. And not ever contact their girl again. Most men, when their girl left them, the girl that they loved, not just some casual fling on the side, most men, they either begged and plead, or they went into crazy stalker mode. Either one, that's showing weakness, fam. She repulsed by it. So, man, them, I beg you, I'm going to finish this video now. Just think about the last few relationships that you've been in. Ones where you actually really liked the girl, and the girl at some point, she really liked you, loved you, you loved her, whatever. Think about, ask yourself, how did it end? How was I acting? Was I seeking her validation? Men seeking women's validation, yeah, is so subconscious. Even dumb stuff. This is why you need to watch them relationship, them dating coaches like AMS and that. Because my man, he breaks down the psychology of shit, like even stuff like out in public. My girl actually says she saw one of her gym friends out with her boyfriend. So my girl was at the local supermarket, and she said that she saw one of her gym friends with her new boyfriend, and they were talking in the supermarket, and the guy was all lovey-dovey with her, you get me, holding her arm and kissing her. Who the fuck kisses people in the supermarket? He's all kissing her up in the supermarket. I don't know, he might not even be kissing on her lips. He could just be kissing on her head or on her cheek or something. Why are you doing that? You see all of that? That's forms of men seeking a woman's validation. When you go to touch your woman and that, you're subconsciously trying to seek your girl's validation. You're checking to see if she's still into you. You're checking to see if she allows me to touch her and that means, she's still into me or whatever. And if she pulls away from me, well then, she's not feeling me at this moment. I'm not saying every time you touch a woman, but I'm telling you, when men go and they reach for women, especially in public as well, when I see a guy all trying to cling and hold on to a woman and that, I know that guy is unsure of his position in this situation, this relationship. I seen it. I remember one time I was with one girl in Tinseltown. I think there was one in Hampstead Heath. I think they shut that one down. But anyway, I see the guy trying to put his arm. This is his missus as well, because I'm sure they had a couple kids with them or something. Innit? He's trying to put his arm around his missus and that. And she's moving his arm, She's moving his arm. I clocked that. He's seeking her validation. He's trying to touch her. One time, me and my mum was in Miller and Carter in Newbury Park, Ilford. And there's a lot of people around, obviously, and I had my back to one table that was behind me. There was some white people and there was a couple of couples, maybe 3 couples, maybe. And my mom was like, what happened to this boy? Can't he let go of the woman's hand? I was like, what are you talking about? My mom said, Jay, that guy has not let go of that girl's hand for the last 20 minutes. He's just holding on to her hand. And thinking about it now, because I didn't really know about that psychology. I know it was a sneaky thing to be doing, innit? But I know why he's holding on to his girl's hand. He's unsure of his position in the relationship and that. I guarantee you, that guy, if he's still with that woman or even during the course of the relationship, he's chasing her validation, He's unsure. Men, you should be sure of your position. Anyway, I said I was going to end the video about 2, 3, 5 minutes ago, and yeah, so I'm done. But yeah, the number one reason why the man them lose their woman, I'm telling you, I beg you, think about the last few relationships that you had that was serious with a gal. You didn't have to be thinking about marriage and that, but you really liked the girl really liked you at some point. How did it end? Was you, leading up to the end of that relationship, was you acting weak? See, men, the thing about us as well is women, they will check out of the relationship months. So they will mentally leave the relationship months before they physically leave. Men don't see it. If you're in a position right now with your gal and you're not having sex that often, you need to look into that, you know. If your girl is saying, oh, I'm tired and that, you need to look into that, fam. That is not a good sign. Your girl should be having sex with you 2, 3 times a week easily. And you should be waiting for her to initiate as well. Sometimes I'll be in the bed with my girl and I ain't making no move on her. She has to make a move on me. I'll sit and wait. Sometimes it's good to check, yeah? Sometimes it's good to see. It's not always good for you to make a move on your girl. Sometimes, yeah, your girl needs to make a move on you. Anyway, that's it for today, man. Stay wise, done.